Koffee Gang.
The Koffee Gang with me, the man CJ, BB and Eve. And I told you I have something extra for you today on the show. That's why we're here till 11. And we have the Big Brother housemates in the studio, the people of the moment, the boss lady herself, Katrina and Lilo.
Hey guys.
Hey guys, how you guys doing?
Good, good. What's popping? It's Lilo on the microphone.
Okay. Lilo, I take you as a very quiet person.
I'm
naturally.
Not.
You're not?
No.
Okay, so what we saw in the house was just something different.
So I wouldn't say quiet, but I'm just calm.
You're just calm.
Quiet. Yeah. I'm just calm.
Okay, calm. Well said. Okay, so 2 weeks of fun, I guess. You guys already missed the house, I guess. Like housemates. I'm talking about relationships now. Housemates and all that.
I mean, yeah, of course, like this. When I was in the house, I obviously felt like everyone was family. So yeah, I obviously miss being with them. Yeah.
Okay.
For sure. Yeah.
How about you, Katrina? 'Cause I saw you just kind of go.
I love my fellow housemates, but I have the two business partners. Few of the housemates.
How many housemates did you have, Miss?
Solar Prince the very first night, Watoni, and Kaija.
Okay, so that's 4 people.
Yeah.
4, if I remember. Tolani.
Tony Bash. Tony Bash.
So 5 people in the space of 2 weeks.
Okay, guys. Okay, guys. You know what? We'll come back and talk more to the housemates because there's so much to talk about. We'll still have Lilo and Katrina in the studio. We'll be right back after this short musical break. Don't go nowhere.
Koffee Gang.
Anywhere we go, the Koffee Gang with me, the man CJ, BB and Eve, and we'll still have our housemates in the studio, Lilo and Katrina, the boss lady. All right, so back into the discussion. So Katrina, the boss lady, do you feel you bossed the game enough? I mean, it's 2 weeks. I feel there's so much more that we could have seen from you that we didn't get to see in 2 weeks. Do you feel like you bossed that game enough?
I was myself. It was fun. And then I realized, it's like I'm bossing this housemate too fast or so much. So I had to push. Then I was like, okay, let me just try and get to know the other housemate. And I don't know if I should say I regret not continuing doing me.
Okay.
I think I should regret that, but I am out here and I'm grateful for that.
Because at what point do you feel you maybe changed? At what point?
Okay, the very first week I was just back to back because I love cooking. I was the mom of the house, so when I cooked, the housemaid they weren't ready to do the dishes, not help clean the kitchen. So I was really mad with everyone. So I think that was actually the big issue in the house. So the second week, I was like, okay, let me just chill. My friend Lizzie was telling me, please, no, Katrina, just chill. This is Big Brother's house, not your house. Just chill. Let everybody do them. Cook your food and all that. Yeah. Then we had this table talk. Everyone spoke their mind. So I told them I would not cook for everyone anymore. But I couldn't. I still continue cooking for a few housemates. Yeah. So I just had to step back a little bit and just let them do them. And now I'm out. I just feel like I could do more in the house.
Do you feel like they're going to starve now? She's gone now. Mommy of the house is gone, right?
Big Bird now. We have lots of noodles in the house. And I'm sure noodles, yeah.
All right, what about you, Lilo? What do you think you could have done more in 2 weeks or that you didn't do in 2 weeks? What do you think you could have done more?
I mean, there was nothing I could have done more. The only thing I shouldn't have done was getting too attached to Eric. Because I felt like I was being myself.
Okay.
And if Eric wasn't in the picture, everyone would have liked me for me because that was me. I'm not the person to talk to 19 people in 2 weeks. I'm going to definitely take my time. But the fact that Eric was in the picture and there was really never a Lilo's moment. It was always Lilo and Eric. So the world didn't really get to see Lilo for who Lilo is. So
all they were saying was lyric.
Lyric.
Yeah.
And okay, so what should I say attracted you to Eric so much that you paid attention to just him for 2 weeks?
Okay, so wasn't that okay, maybe an attraction, but
Okay, wait, if it's not an attraction, what would you call it? If it wasn't an attraction, like what would
That's
you
why I
call it?
corrected it. Like, yeah. But I mean, Eric was just a cool person. Like, I was obviously trying to get to know everyone in the house, so and I didn't go into the house with intentions of like being with one person, of having a boyfriend. But Eric was the only guy that was onto me back to back, and obviously, I'm sure everyone noticed that obviously I got so much love to give. Like, I mean,
got so much love to give.
I gave it to like my girlfriends, everyone in the house, literally. Like, I would always help people. I was always willing to help like people when they needed me to. But Eric was in my space, or we were in each other's space, and so it was just about Eric and me. And I spoke to other people in the house. Like, I mean, Kid is my guy, but like we just didn't spend enough time together because Eric was always there. You guys might think I was onto Eric, but even like times when I was always like trying to talk to people, it would be behind me, and there's no way Eric would be behind me and I wouldn't turn to give him the attention. So that was it. Basically.
Did you know that he was kind of the one that maybe by lingering around, you couldn't actually form your own relationships and friendships? Did you realize, or were you just happy with your ship?
So at the beginning of at the beginning, I mean, it was just being friends, and me and him were just friends. But later on, it turned into, okay, I just maybe was giving him all of my attention, and I lost focus. I got distracted. Obviously, I got too distracted. And
did it annoy you? Like, when you left the house, like people were giving instances. Like,
for sure.
Take for example when Bam Bam left the last Big Brother house, and Teddy A was crying. Then when you left, Eric was rushing noodles. Eric went about his business like
eating noodles.
Like, you understand? Like nothing happened. Like, I mean, okay, she's gone. We'll move on. How did that make you feel? Don't lie, you.
I just felt like he did him though, because some people also said his strategy was his strategy of being onto me. And, it's a game. And obviously, I didn't play my cards right. So, he's got an edge over me, obviously. So, I hope he uses it well, if enough. But, yeah, I just feel like it was a game, and maybe I kind of forgot about it for a moment. Yeah.
So, you chose love over money?
I didn't. It wasn't love, bro.
Yeah.
Talking about love and all of that, obviously, you kind of have to know where I'm heading right now. So when you got into the house, one of the very first things when you guys were getting to know each other, you did express that you had someone on the outside. And considering that, it's a very short amount of time, 2 weeks, you and Eric got really deep.
Yeah.
So I just wondered, what about the situation on the outside? What's that like now?
I mean, I'm out now. My boyfriend and I still together 100%.
You've spoken. Have you guys spoken?
That's great.
Sure.
What do you have to say?
I mean, obviously, no nigga is gonna be happy about it. He was broken, obviously, but he knows the kind of person I am, and he kind of understood what I was probably going through in the house, but we didn't ignore the fact that I did hurt him, and I apologized, and we're good. It wouldn't leave my personality because of my mistakes. Like,
how long have you guys been together?
Yeah, that's
over a year now.
That's great. That's an understanding man, I tell you.
Honestly, hold him tight.
Katrina, you had some highlights yourself. I mean, it's no secret. Of course, we praise the most high or the most sexy, if I put it that way.
We've watched a few things.
Yeah,
I think he's sexy.
Yeah, of course he is. He's a fine guy.
He's tall, isn't he?
But I watched one of your interviews recently after you left the house, and you said the Big Brother house was too cold. And why are you laughing, Lilo? That it was too cold. Was that the major reason why you got so close to Praise?
The very first night we got into the house, Biggie's house was so cold. Like, everybody was freezing. We were begging Big Brother to turn down the AC, but no. So that very first night, I spent the night in Praise's bed. A lot of people called out that very first night. So yeah, we 10 guys and 10 girls. Everybody in the house had like a close friend. The whole body. Then you called when Biggie wants to leave his.
It's cold.
Yeah, when it's cold. So Praise and I are friends.
Yeah, of course.
I like his personality. like you said, he's sexy. That's what he does for a living. So yeah, I love the fact that he was proud of what he does for a living. He has a son, and I just feel he's a great person. He's my friend, and nothing happened, like I said before.
Yeah, but okay, when you talk about cold, no, I'm not talking about that.
Yeah.
When you talk about cold, wearing the duvets enough, like, you know, I mean, you have like a lot of duvets in the house.
I
know?
also went into the house with like.
Let me
my
speak to
bathroom.
Katrina.
You don't have to.
No, babe. The house is actually cold. On the first night, actually, I felt like everyone actually cuddled with somebody else.
Somebody,
like,
yeah.
For me, I even slept with like 5 people on like 2 beds. Like,
Wow,
3 days.
that was that
Erica,
cold.
me, V, Neil, Prince. We literally shared 2 beds that night because it was too cold. So trust me, the house is cold. Did you guys even hear us complain? Like, Biggie, how far? Turn off the AC now.
Yeah, I heard that all the
We were
time.
always running to the garden because it was
We
always
didn't even
cold.
shower that
yeah.
day. Nobody showered. Like,
Because of how
we went to
cold
bed
it
like
was.
that. Yeah.
Do you feel maybe that was the plan, like from Big Brother, to make you guys
So,
get
just to
closer
get
to each
everyone
other?
closer together. 'Cause y'all, you guys are quite close knit. Of all the other Big Brothers I have watched, this
Yeah,
has
they were
been
actually close.
the fastest, in the shortest time they have been. Everyone is literally coupled up, and we're seeing proper relationships start from like literally the second week, right?
Yeah,
Quite
very, very speedy.
Do you think it's because of lockdown and quarantine? So everybody's obviously, let's talk about it. Everybody was in quarantine. Everybody was locked down. And a lot of people didn't really have access to people of the opposite sex. So when you come in, you throw in 10 girls, 10 guys. Everybody's good looking, by the way.
Yeah.
Everybody's gorgeous. Obviously, things are bound to happen. But Katrina, you in particular, you said that, you and Praise are just friends. How did it feel? So if you guys are just friends, you were obviously just like single in the house, right? How did it feel as a single person looking at all the other ships forming? Did you feel like that was a game? Did you feel like people were strategically coupling up? Or did you feel like it was genuine? Like, what are the genuine relationships? In the
I'll
house?
just talk about my girl here, Lilo and Eric. I knew, like, I see through people, like, I saw through Nengi. That's, by the way.
We're gonna get to that. We are
We'll
definitely gonna get to
We'll
that.
get to that.
I saw through Lilo. I loved her.
Yeah.
Like, the very first week we got into the house. She's a sweet person. She has so much love to give, and I mean, whatever I do.
Actually noticed that on
Yeah.
the first day.
Actually, people were actually angry that she left early because I think there's so much to her that we didn't get to see.
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead.
She has so much love to give. So I was just worried about her because she told us she had a relationship outside the house. And then Eric came along. I just felt Eric wasn't genuine. And I was just looking out for her. I don't know. I don't want to say I'm happy you're out from the house now. I just believe now that she's out.
She's looking at you like one proud sister, like, speak for me.
I just feel she's going to do better outside the house because she's a great person. Then talking about Neil and V, there is nothing real about that because that guy is my G.
Oh, are you
Neil
serious?
is my G.
Oh,
and
so has he told you so?
that's between me and Neil.
That's between you and
Yeah.
you.
Wait, nah, give us
You've
some
already
juice.
spilled it, yeah.
No, so like I don't feel there's nothing real about the relationship. So
Okay, so which do you feel is real in the house? If you are going by
I
the
think that's
word
the
real.
relationship in the house. Eric and
There's also Kid and Erica. That's the new.
Is that an entanglement or just
I don't think it's a relationship. I just feel both of them are
They're having
just
fun.
coming
You don't
down.
think it could blossom into anything?
I don't think so.
Girl, wait, no, you're telling me that Neo and V. I'm rooting for them. I like them. You're telling me that it's a possibility that it's not a genuine
It's not,
ship.
I'm saying it's not.
So wait, okay, on whose end though? Like who's the
No, she
deal
says she
breaker?
knows Neo. Neo is
Neil
a
is
guy.
my G.
Oh, so he has
So
Yeah, I'm not that close to V.
B.
so judging from Neo's relationship with her, she doesn't feel it's
Weren't
legit.
you guys watching the show? V said a couple of things though, even on the
Yeah.
show.
Oh.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, I had conversations about her, but I'm not the one to put people.
I'm not gonna put your anything
I like
into
to
any
mind
of
my
that.
business, but yeah,
Okay,
everything was quite obvious on the show.
Yeah.
So pretty much.
all right, well said, well said. I'm sure the entanglement between Ozo, Nengi, and Dorothy is one of the highlights so
Yeah.
far.
Yeah,
And,
and you, Katrina, you had a lot to say to Ozo, in an advisory capacity. You really gave him a piece of your mind, and it was really timely. If I say it's like you had a premonition that I might not be here so long. I need to drop this. So maybe walk us through that.
Oza is a great person. and I just felt he was confused, and I also knew my girl was into him, but Dorothy,
Yeah.
but she wasn't, she really didn't want to come
Yeah,
out
she was just
to
trying to
say
be like,
no, because of what also said the first evictions, the Sunday.
Yeah.
He said he was attracted to
Nengi and
Dorothy, So Dorothy wanted him to just come out and say, I am interested in you, I'm over Nengi and this. But he would just run to her like a mama and go to Nengi, so Dorothy wasn't having that. So I just had to make him understand to just do the right thing. Yeah.
Wow, so Dorothy is more like just chilling for a moment, I guess. All right, so now 2 weeks, a wonderful 2 weeks. You guys are out. So, like, what would you say Big Brother has taught you in these 2 weeks? You spent 2 weeks with 19 different people that you don't know, like plus yourself 20. If you guys count yourselves, I mean. So, what would you say Big Brother has taught you? I'll start with you.
Mixing words, I would say tolerance.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have that patience. Like, I've never lived in a house with 20
so many people
before. And like I said, I got into the house, I was just myself, giving people back to back. Then I just had to push, and I would say tolerance.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Lilo?
I'm my person, so I would say for me, going into the house, I had like a whole lot of knowledge about certain things, but the only thing I would say I picked out coming out of the house would be to not lose focus. Like, always stay focused. Don't let anything distract you.
Get the money, baby girl.
Like, don't let anything distract you. Like, literally, that would be it for me. Like, always stay focused. Like,
goals.
Always.
But you said something about your boyfriend. I really appreciate the fact that he's a forgiving person. Trust me, it's awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
Not every guy would do
him.
that.
Yeah.
But if you had spent, say, 2 months in the house, what would you think your relationship with Eric would have been like so far? Like,
So,
I mean, if you spent 2 months.
The thing about like my relationship with Eric was after I noticed like it wasn't friendship anymore and I was onto him, I would always tell him like, yo, I'm fucked up because like I cannot just focus. I literally said it to me lots of times like on the show, like fuck. And he's like, no, you're fine, don't worry, I got you. And Eric was also that person that when I'm always wanting to be the best of me. When I did something and I asked him like, oh, how far did I do? Or when I knew deep down like I should have done better, he would tell me, babe, you did your best. And I'm just like, okay. And also those things also made me like lay back on a lot of things. And I think looking back at it, I felt like if I had like connected with other people, like you said, I would have been able to like be myself more. But then I was so onto Eric's words, and most times I was only the one giving advices to him to like do stuff better. So
you guys built like a genuine connection.
Yeah, it was actually because I always wanted to be around him for stuff. It's like, he was just my guy like that. Like, we were just that cool. Like, I was that comfortable around him.
And do you feel like you built that connection and you vibed with him so much because you were in the house? Is he the kind of person that maybe you would have gotten along with outside the house?
I mean, because we were in the house, obviously, and he was one guy that was consistent with me, like, back to back.
Right.
So, and because of my nature, like, that's why I'm like, I would just rather stick to one person. But like, if we're outside the house, it'll probably be my guys too, because like once it comes out, we'll still be cool. Like, nothing changed. The only thing that changed was the fact that I obviously got distracted by him in the house.
Okay,
but like, regardless, I like his person.
He's a wonderful person.
He's a wonderful person.
You're talking about outside the house. Don't you think if your boyfriend would have maybe little issues if you still maintain that relationship with him outside the house?
I mean, that's what I'm just saying. Eric and I did not have a relationship.
Not Eric,
it was friendship that turned into something else out of being isolated with him, and because
because I'm a guy, I can be jealous. So if I see my babe after forgiving you,
it's not a relationship between me and him. But I wouldn't.
But
I wouldn't ignore him or avoid him.
Yeah, of course you wouldn't.
But if you weren't in a relationship, let's hypothetically say that the boyfriend outside maybe wasn't a thing. Do you think that there could be a future for you and Eric outside the house?
Bruh.
All
right then.
Let's not push out to
that's
corner.
Not. Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Now, we'll soon be wrapping up this in like a little bit. But let me ask you now. So, out of all the housemates, who would you consider the realest out of all of them? Like, I mean, give me from the male perspective and the female.
Ozo for sure is the real.
Ozo is real.
Too real. Too smart. Too real.
Really?
Yeah.
Katrina's face just went.
People are saying Lekon.
Yeah,
Oh,
how's
shit.
Lekon on the
Lekon is my G. Oh my god. Lekon is my guy. Yeah, Lekon. Yeah. Too real. Yeah, Lekon.
I would
Lekon
say
could
Lekon.
pass. Yeah,
I
Lekon
would
could
say
pass for that
Lekon
for
and
sure.
Lucy.
Lekon could pass for that
I'll
for
say
sure.
Lekon.
on Lucy?
Yeah, Lekon could pass.
If
for
you
that
had to
for
like
sure.
list 3, so let's just say 3 boys, 3 girls. Realist.
Okay.
I mean, you know,
Yeah.
Lekon is number 1.
Lekon is
I'm guessing
real.
Eric would be another one for you because you guys got along so well.
mean, yeah, Eric. Thinking about it, I mean, I'm out now. I've seen like things differently. Eric made statements like, "Oh, you know, people said he said stuff like, oh, the strategy has changed now and whatnot." So maybe
Maybe
was
he's
playing
not
his
as
game,
genuine as he
yes,
thought,
as
yeah.
I thought, because we spoke a lot and he could probably read through me. Like I'm so open. Like he probably read through me like, oh, this babe has like so much, you know, love. And he would always tell me like, oh baby, you're so smart. Like he always literally said that to me, like, you're so smart and all that. So maybe he saw certain things in me and was like, okay, let him just, you know,
Use
I
that
don't want,
to his
yeah. So, I mean, I wouldn't really say Eric because
That's
there's
kinda
too
done
many-
and
there's too
dusted
many
now,
things
huh?
Outside, there's too many people. I would say Lekon. I would say Ozo. Kid for sure. That boy is too sweet. I always told him.
The way you say,
I always tell him you're too sweet because he's too sweet. Like every time, like Kid and I were always hugging, looking out for each other.
But you
When
don't
he
think
cooks-
that might be kids' game? Because I feel like everyone feels that about
Katrina
him.
is shaking her
Katrina
head.
feels like
Katrina-
she has different
She's too
thoughts,
sweet and genuine.
and that's why she
Everyone
sees
like that.
everyone that way. Hey,
Yeah.
okay, so for you, Katrina, for you, your top 3.
Just
just like all.
Just like
How about
yeah.
Tricky T?
Nah, that one gossip
It's
in the
a
house.
joke.
Nah.
Ooh.
Tricky T is a joke.
No,
Okay.
So,
he says it though. He's a joke. Like he makes everybody laugh. Like everything about him is like a joke. He jokes out of every
All vibes.
situation. Yes, he doesn't take anything seriously.
Okay, so for you,
Katrina, you're not having it.
Just
So,
Lekon.
do you think he's the gossip in the house?
Yeah, I just feel all of them in the house have this very weird strategy. Tricky T, like I saw a clip yesterday night and he was like talking about
Oh, I haven't
ironing and
I haven't
all
been
that.
watching the show.
He's a gossip. Even while I was in the house, he gossip a lot.
there was something even that Praise said when you left the house. He said, Katrina, now live for night, they come meet me. So,
I feel okay. Let me just say that. I feel Praise thought I was into him, and he
okay.
wanted me to come open and say I liked him, but I don't do
She's
that.
a boss chick.
Boss lady.
Oh, so you're just stringing him along, and
Yeah, not like
so you just need him at night when the
no.
when the
Come on.
temperature, when it's cold.
I liked him, but I wasn't into him.
You weren't
for a
just gonna,
reason.
yeah. You still had yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to ask, since we've spoken about the real ones, who are some of the ones that you think are, playing a game too hard, who are maybe being fake, just the ones you can't stand?
And you
Why?
and you rolled your eyes with it.
Like, why? Why exactly?
Like it seems you
Seems
have
like you had
something
plans.
to unfold.
Yeah, like
Some fire.
From the very first day, I could see through her. Like she loves to dominate the men. Maybe that was her strategy to keep men in
Okay.
her corner and just manipulate. So once she feels that's any guy is getting close to a girl or something, she'll feel
Insecure.
yeah.
Try and maybe get in between
Split
that.
them.
Yeah, that's a strategy, and I just feel it's not working for me. I don't want to mention. I don't know if you watched my interview with what's it called? Is it I have forgotten, but I don't just like her strategy because it's really weird. Like trying to throw yourself at men and. Like these guys have been on
But I feel
lockdown
like
before.
it's a game.
No,
though.
it's not working. This we've been on lockdown. Like we've been abstracting from sexual intercourse for a long time. We're going to the house, and these guys are open. Like you throw yourself at them. What if they touch you where they're not supposed to touch you? You say the yeah and all that.
Okay, so for you,
What is
Lilo,
working for me?
who's the fakest? Who do you think is the fake?
Bruh. V.
Just
Bitch.
V.
Bruh. V, man. Because I felt like at the beginning of the show, I mean, Eric and I were cool, but like I made it clear, like we're just guys, man. Like we're just guys.
Okay.
we were ironing sometime, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, Lilo, Eric likes you so much. I think you guys should what not." And then, thinking about it now, she only said that to me because she liked Neil, and he wasn't feeling her. So she spoke about Eric first to, get my attention. And then she was like, "And I like Neil so much. The guy is so smart, whatnot." And so I advised her, like, if you like him, like, talk to him, whatnot. And then, I obviously thought about what she had said to me about Eric. And I obviously even spoke to Neo for her. Like, I spoke to Neo for her. And then Neo was like, for real, the girl, they feel me. Me don't get anything. Whatnot. Like, Neo is a G.
Yeah.
So, and, and that was when he started, like, vibing with her. And then in the shower, she would go, "Oh, no, please, Neo is too clingy. I don't like clinginess." And I'm just like, girl, you threw yourself at this guy, and then he's on to you now, and you want to pull out. That's not cool. There was a day Neo was broken. Like, he didn't eat, like, the whole day. Eric and I had to, like...
Are you serious? He wasn't he wasn't hungry.
I mean, he was, but, like, because I cooked, and he didn't eat, and, the babe child, and he was just down.
Ate while he wasn't.
Yeah, so
Wow.
I have to speak to him. Eric spoke to him as well, and he formed bad guy, like, obviously, like, fuck that girl, whatnot. Oh shit, sorry. Sorry.
Yeah, okay, so.
And then when he was talking to her in bed, she was like, "You need me to get her out of your bed." And then, he pulled her back, and he was still ready to give love to her.
Okay.
And I'm just like...
That got you angry.
Yeah, so thinking about it, I'm like, maybe that's a strategy, and I don't think it's working for her regardless, because everyone is going to eventually see how fake she is. And then she nominated me for eviction. And then I saw a clip where she said Eric is her guy. And I'm like, you and him barely even had a conversation.
Okay.
Like, you didn't even talk to him. Like,
I would have asked who you feel should go out next, but I already know the answer. I'm sure for Katrina, Nengi, she wants her to leave, and I'm sure for you, V.
I
Now.
I don't want V to leave. Like, she's playing her games. Like, she thinks she's doing the right thing. I saw something. I watched when she had an issue with Wathoni.
Yeah. Wathoni's cool.
So I mean, Wathoni's cool for me, but like, if it's her game, she should then go ahead with it. Like, I'm out doesn't mean I want like anyone else to be out. Like, I don't wish them bad. I mean,
okay, real quick, just real concern. What do you think about Bright too?
I was gonna ask the same thing.
Bryce is my G. Bryce is my guy. Like, he's my guy. Like, most times I felt like I wanted to talk to Bryce about so many things.
Okay.
But maybe I was probably too conscious of the camera, which was why I didn't. So like, when we get out, we're going to talk. Like, because Bryce is cool.
All right, now so let's wrap
Bryce
things up.
cool.
Okay, for you, Katrina. So Big Brother is done. What next for you going from here?
I needed a platform for my brand, Katrina. I just needed a platform to sell myself, and then Big Brother came along. I'm grateful for the platform. Now I'm out, and I'm just going to use the platform to my advantage.
Okay, tell them what your platform is, what you want to
Sell yourself.
Sell yourself.
Okay, it's time to sell myself, guys. This is Katrina, the boss lady. Before I got into the house, I've been in the fashion industry for 11 years.
Okay.
I wanted to have my fashion company, but I needed to sell my name out there.
All right.
Now Katrina is out there, and it's time to build my fashion company. So, guys, just watch out for my fashion company. I'm just going to put all my efforts and my strength into it, and I just hope I make everyone who has supported me
proud. That's what's up. And what about you, Lilo?
Shout out to Lilo lovers. You guys are amazing. I'm gonna keep saying this. I felt like you guys expected so much from me, and I apologize for not, showing you guys that in the house. But like, I'm out now, and you're going to get all of Lilo for sure. And make sure you guys follow me at Lilo at Derogba to keep in touch with me. And thank you so much for the love and support. I have a clothing line. I'm wearing my brand right now. It's Lilo's Closet. Yeah, up and down.
If you guys are watching online, that's via the website and the likes, hotfm.ng/Lagos. You can see the beautiful outfits.
Yeah, I'm wearing my brand right now. So it's Lilos_closets. I do like female clothing, and my new collection is coming out soon. So you guys need to follow and support. And yeah, thank you so much.
All right, before we wrap up, just give me who you think would win. A name.
Ozo.
Katrina.
Prince.
Prince. Wow, I didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
All right. I didn't see that coming.
You guys
All right.
for coming.
Thank you for coming.
having
Thank you for
us.
coming.
Thank
And
you
I
for
wish you
having us.
luck in all you do going forward. There'll be so much more coming your way, I'm sure. So definitely big ups and kudos. All right, so guys, that's it on this particular interview. And that's it on the Koffee Gang. I think we just go home from here.
You know?
We'll just go home. All right, so guys, thank you for joining us today on the show. It's been fun hanging with you guys. We'll leave you with this one from Citello and Sky Wande. And that is, forever house music.
Koffee Gang.